The second he takes a bite, you can see Nikocado's dark realization that he despises his life completely.
So recently Sunny V2 came out with a video about Nikocado Avocado talking about his mental health decline, and to be honest with you, it made a lot of people sympathize with Nikocado. The video goes over his mental health, his decline in physical health, and that he just really isn't finding enjoyment in his life anymore. And to be honest with you, it's kind of a big bummer, but at the same time I don't care. He is the same person that was stuffing, pounds of food in his mouth. In a few of his videos he made claims saying that he was a villain and that everything he did was calculated and that he is 2 steps ahead. And if we're being honest, it's pretty dumb because he did humiliate himself in front of millions of people. He's overall made himself very unlikable, and to be honest with you, I find it hard to sympathize with him even after all this.
My job is to face people who hate me, who don't care for me, that aren't even interested in me. They're here for someone fat.
In my opinion, he has no one else to blame but himself, to be honest with you. Like, no offense, but all the things he's complaining about, like, oh, I thought this would be an easy job, oh, I thought this would be that, this would be this. And to be honest with you, you kind of made your bed, you have to lie in it. You decided that you wanted to stuff your gullet with food 24/7, and yeah, that's kind of what's gonna happen. Your health is gonna decline. You're probably not gonna be healthy. You're probably not gonna enjoy life. And even then, we had that one person who while actually eating a mukbang on live, right? And even things like that, people still aren't aware to the things that are happening and the things that they're putting into their bodies.
I don't like this! I don't like this channel. I don't like what I'm doing with my life. I had goals, I had dreams, and I threw it all away to eat food.
As over exaggerated as it seems, he really did give everything up for food. He probably could have had a career in the instrument he played. He was pretty good at it, but then he decided to do mukbangs instead. He then goes on to say that he's struggling financially and that the money he's making off YouTube really isn't cutting it anymore, or that he's getting demonetized and he's not going to be able to make money off of the videos he's making. Sunny then goes on the show that he probably made around $10 million throughout his whole time on YouTube, which is definitely not rookie numbers, you feel me? Those are really big numbers, and to be honest with you, if he did, go through $10 million and doesn't have anything to show for it, then I don't know what to say. Like, that can be a life-changing amount, over the span of like 7-8 years that he's been on YouTube. It is a pretty good margin. He should definitely have money, should have some bread stacked up by now at least. So as far as the pity party goes, I can't join in fully because I don't really care. I'm indifferent. Now, I'm not wishing him ill will, but I'm definitely not in his corner, praying for him, cheering for him, and really just being a cheerleader. I really don't care. And now finally, the main topic of this video is basically gonna be that he did come back, after 7 months of being gone. He came back, and guess what? He somehow magically lost all the fucking weight. And now I know a lot of you guys are going to be skeptical about this, basically saying, no way Nikocado Avocado basically hit the gym, you feel me? No way, he was gym maxing and shit like that. And now I think it's pretty obvious what happened. I'm pretty sure, bro was upping the dosages on that Ozempic. Like, come on, let's be dead, as everybody knows Nikocado is not hitting the gym. Even if fucking Santa Cruz Paleo flew him out, he wouldn't hit the gym, not at all. So if I'm just putting shit together, to be honest with you, if I'm just throwing stuff at a wall, let's see. He's broke right now, he claims, and now he's skinny. Bro's definitely taking that Ozempic.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
Alright, so he starts this video off like he's the Joker, like he's some sort of villain, like he's fucking Mama Max, but instead of doing, fake predator catching, he does mukbangs.
This has been the greatest social experiment for my entire life. It's alluring. It's compelling, it's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings.
Now, I don't know if Ozempic makes you delirious or makes you delusional or something like this. This dude sounds schizophrenic as fuck. I don't know what he is claiming. Social experiment, I mean, I guess, he did, humiliate himself in front of millions of people, you feel me? He did stuff his body, show his butthole, did a lot of weird shit. I mean, to be honest with you, he showed us the worst moments of his life. We saw him through thick, through thin, literally through thin, through thick. So I don't know how he's on his high horse, like he was watching us and basically spectating us as we reacted to, him deteriorating his life. I don't know, that doesn't really make sense to me, but I guess he's gonna cope and seethe.
Roam the internet in search of stories, ideas, rivalries, where they feel encouraged and engaged, where they involve themselves with the stories and become a product of influence.
I'm very confused with the angle he's going with here. I mean, he literally was himself on camera and now he's acting like he was basically doing this very serious, in-depth like story thing. I'm lost for words.
Thirsty for a distraction from time unspent, spoiling their minds, yet stimulating them at the same time. It's brilliant, and it's dangerous.
He must be talking about the TikTok algorithm or just algorithms in general, but also at the same time he was eating food, so I'm a little confused on where he's coming from. This gives off fake edgy villain vibes, you know. It's kind of funny because since it's coming from Nikocado Avocado, I don't really take it too serious.
I feel as if I'm monitoring ants on an ant farm. One follows another, follows another, follows another. It's mesmerizing. It's spellbinding. All these little consumers, all of these lost and bored people. People consuming anything that they're told to consume.
He acts like he didn't make a living off eating meals fit for 5 people. It just feels very out of touch for him to say that people mindlessly consume, when in reality he was mindlessly consuming food for, you know, years. If it weren't for Ozempic, we probably wouldn't be seeing him, you know, in the next 3 years, the next 4 years, maybe even the next 1 year. All the things he's saying really just sound like the ramblings of a crazy person.
So I am the villain.
And now, if we're being honest with you, he does not look good. He does look like he doesn't look healthy. And even then, after losing all the weight, I feel like I could still see the sadness and worthlessness in his eyes. To be honest with you, he could have made a more wholesome video and came back and everybody kind of would have loved him and would have been like, oh my god, you know, let's parade him around and stuff. But instead, he decided to come back like an Ozempic joker.
Because I've made myself one.
I'm perplexed on how he thinks he is a villain. You know, he basically did show his butthole. He did just, you know, eat a lot of food on camera. He did whine a lot, complain, scream, make a lot of weird videos. So I don't think he's a villain in this story. I really do think he's really more like that crackhead you kind of see on the street that is really doing some, you know, some tweaker ass shit. To be honest with you, it's good for him that he lost weight. You know, I hope he does keep it off.
And you will continue to consume these stories about me year after year after year. For as long as I tell the internet that I am the villain, stories that permeate and linger and infect the minds of the ants, influence the ants, brainwash the ants. You are the ants.
See, I'm telling you, he is really just schizophrenic. You know, this rant is really weird. I don't know what he's going on about. And if we're being honest, it's hard to tell what is real and what is fake with him. I can't tell if when, you know, he was saying all those like sad and depressing things earlier, if he was, you know, being honest. Because now he switched to his alter persona, you know, he's the Hamburglar and he's really, you know, a villain. Obviously, all of this is just for views. You know, he is trying to come back. You know, he has been gone for like 7 months or something like that. That was the last time he posted on that channel.
Today I woke up from a very long dream, and I also woke up having lost 250 pounds off of my body. Yet just yesterday, people were calling me fat and sick and boring and irrelevant.
Well, for being fair, you are all of those things besides being big bone. You did scratch that off the list, but everything else you are guilty of. It's like the Ozempic episode of South Park where basically Cartman thought that, you know, if he lost weight that everybody would have nothing else to say to him. And it really isn't true. Like, this guy probably is still unhealthy. I don't know if the Ozempic, you know, can fix all the years of trauma you put on your body with eating, you know, those tubs of lard.
People are the most messed up creatures on the entire planet. And yet I've still managed to stay 2 steps ahead of everyone.
Considering the fact that he was dying, you know, just a few months ago, you know, and now he isn't, I guess he is, you know, 2 steps ahead, but I don't think it's gonna last too long, you know what I'm saying?
The joke's on you.
And just like that, the schizophrenic rant is over. We're back to his bubbly personality where he's gonna act like he, you know, didn't just spew this weird Joker monologue right here.
Oh, Mr. Noodle, you're so cute. Oh, you're so...
I feel dirty for watching this. I feel like my eyes shouldn't have witnessed this. I'm gonna skip.
You missed me so much. I know. It was 8 years separate.
Now, I'm not too updated on the Mr. Noodle lore, but I'm thinking right now that he basically, abandoned his animal for 8 years. If he did, that's pretty scummy. Let me know in the comments what he did.
Or longer. I know. How many years was it? How many years? Tell me. How many years were we separate for? Too many, yeah. It was a long 8 years, wasn't it? It was a long 8 years. And I didn't think that it would have gone this long, but it did. And it was like a bad dream that, yeah, it was like a really bad dream that we were waiting for it to be over. And it's over. It was just a dream.
He could have gotten help, years ago. He could have just not done this route. He could have, done a lot of things to prevent this.
It was just a dream, Mr. Noodle, wasn't it? Yeah. It feels like a bad dream. But we woke up. We woke up. Yeah. We're so excited. We woke up. Yay! We woke up from the bad dream.
One thing I think we can all give Nikocado Avocado is that he's an excellent actor. I can't tell if he's genuinely happy right now, if he's just putting an act on.
And, I'm back. And Mr. Noodle is back. And here we are. We're back home, shooby-doo.
After this, he does something no one was expecting, and he pulls out a big tub of noodles and starts to go ham on the fucking noodles. No one will ever know if he was actually struggling or if he was actually, going through any of the things he was saying. He is a good actor. He's gonna be good at, keeping it hidden. We'll never know truly, he is, I guess, 2 steps ahead of us. One thing he can't hide is his physical health. Everybody can just see it off of him. He doesn't look too healthy, but at the same time, after all those years of abuse, how could he be healthy? I wonder if he'll fall into obscurity or if he'll do something that basically stay in the mainstream media. He definitely isn't dumb. He knows he's gonna get money off of this. I doubt he's broke. It just doesn't make sense. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. If you guys can like and subscribe, that really does help out a lot. It's been Tosi. See ya.